Hi, everybody. And I am back with yet another really awesome resource for you. I want to introduce you to Rosalee, and she works at New Light Health. And New Light Health has a lot of options for helping with supplementation and vitamins and herbs and all these things. She's gonna show us a few things. But Rosalie, there at New Light, um, you are helping the customer if they call in and they kind of know what's going on and they kind of think they know which products they are wanting to buy, but they might need a little bit of guidance, and that's you. They reach you, yes?
Yes.
So we're doing the Women's Summit, and we're really wanting to focus. I'll be talking in the recordings of my sharings about all the things that we can do for young girls as they are beginning into their the puberty side of life, and young women and women as they're growing older and interested in carrying children, and then women that are moving into menopause. We're so lucky as women, we get to live through three entirely new and different phases. I love that as a woman who loves things to change up all the time and have new experiences and things to explore. Um, we have need in our lives of getting some help from what God has available to us out of his creation. And I wanted to introduce people to what you all have there. I have the catalog here. It's a nice catalog, and the way you have it organized is so easy. But what are some of the things that you love that you see people having great results with in those phases of life?
Okay. Well, starting at often a lot of teenage girls are having, that's a common question I get. Their cycles are not quite on a regular schedule and all that. So some common things that I would recommend for that. The first one is to use, pure, chemical free sanitary napkins at all times. Make sure they have no, and we carry the Genial Day and the
Oh, awesome.
Rain napkins. So both of those are supposed to be fragrance free, chemical free, a natural product. So that's one of the first things I go on because those toxins can absorb so easily when we're using products that are not chemical free.
Yeah.
Another thing that I often recommend is either take a complete multivitamin or a super B complete. Those growing young girls often need their B vitamins. Those are the two, those would be my two favorite things. And then depending, what else they're facing, we go on to other products as well.
That's awesome. I'm so excited. I did not notice the menstrual pads. I
Right.
here at home, I've always used cloth reusable, and
Okay.
I love them. I'm a I'm an evangelist about those cloth pads because they're just what you said. So many women don't understand the chemicals that are in what you can get at the grocery store. They think just because they're on the shelf that they're safe, and they're not. They're really, really awful, and you can affect your health simply by what you're allowing to touch to some of our most absorptive and sensitive tissues. So that's really exciting. I'm gonna take a closer look while you're talking, but I did not notice that, and I love that. So they're the Reign, REIGN, and the Genial Day.
And those, the cloth ones would be another great option. We do not carry those at this point. But yeah, these are some that we consider, clean and free.
So, well, I find sometimes you still need the disposable, even for me, using the cloth pads. Um, sometimes sometimes you get out working somewhere and it's just not convenient. So the disposable
Right.
is a really great option. So as women then get into their fertile years, what are some of your favorite things that you all have there?
So one that I would definitely recommend is the Women's Complete Nutritional Frontiers multivitamin. It's formulated to, help a woman through all their stages from up through the it can be used even as a prenatal. I often do recommend that they switch to an actual prenatal, but if you have this, at least you're getting that much. It has your B vitamins, all the important things in for women's complete, health and wellness. So that is one that I would definitely recommend. One thing that we're getting into trying to get our customers aware that they should, build up the body before pregnancy, before conceiving. That's one thing. They just want to live how they want to live, and then all of a sudden we're pregnant and we're sick and miserable. And it's like, yes, you need to do some work beforehand. Get it build up and have your B vitamins. Another thing that these B vitamins have, I don't know if you're familiar with the MTHFR gene, but that is a gene that a lot of people have unknowingly. Your body does not convert the folic acid into folate. And so these are, compatible with that. And that's why I recommend these. That way, it's not a big deal if you have it and don't know it. These will work for you.
Yeah, in my book, Conceiving Healthy Babies, I was making a lot of trying to change that conversation that we can't just sort of splash down into, I think I'll have a baby now. And I mean, people do, but
Yes.
you pay the price in your body, and we're not, so that's not the design. That's not the appropriate way that we were intended. We were supposed to be fully nourished before we created new life within us. And so not only do you pay the price in your body, but the baby pays a price, and it takes way more energy to build up a child outside of your body, because now you've got to chase them and get them to eat whatever it is that you want them to eat. But it takes way
Right.
more energy to shore them up and strengthen them for the deficiencies that you didn't work on beforehand. And so those sort of supplements that are really well designed to build the body before a baby is just so critical. Do you have things that are also building up a man's health at the same time?
Yes, we do have some of those under the fertility help for men and women. That would be there on page 124 and 25. Um, so yes, we have what it's called Mates Men Fertility Supplement Kit, and that just kind of is an overall supplement and with a lot of things to support the men's health. We do have if they run into specific problems, like motility boost, we have count boost, different things like those. So and we do these for him, fertility support multi, and then we also have for her. Those are newer products yet. We don't have a lot of feedback on them, but both of those are, a multivitamin that would be a great option to take before conceiving. Just helping to support the body with, getting it to a good place for conception. Um, those would probably be some of the most common ones that we would have,
That is
for men's health.
so wonderful, because unfortunately a lot of people believe in trying to fix fertility issues, they often just focus on women.
Right.
And if there's an issue that they decide to see what's going on with the man, if there's an issue there, often we're told the lie that, well, I mean, there's just nothing we can do about that. You have low motility, or your count is low, and um some of the things that they have them do are crazy. And just building the nutrition and using proper I mean, there's a lot of herbs that can help with this. You don't have your ingredients on here. Is there a place that somebody could go and look at what is in your formulas?
Oh, wow. Yeah, we don't have our catalog online yet. Basically, if you know which company they come from, you can go online and look at the specific ingredients. This BI stands for Binto company. That's BINTO. Um, at this point, they can either call in and I'll send them a copy, or else, search online by the company name that we get it from.
Okay. I see you've got maca root. I know you carry a lot of the natural hope herbals, and that's something that you can get a hold of easily. How do you decide what products you are going to carry in New Life or New Light?
So that is quite an interesting process because we keep up ending up with more and more. And I keep telling them our customers' number one complaint is you have so many, we don't know which to choose from.
Mm,
And so anymore, what we do, we have a process. John keeps all the order requests, and then we will three of us sit down and decide if it fits our fits our store, fits our, what we I mean, yeah, what we market, if it has a good potential and the company that it comes from. So we evaluate all of those before we bring a product in. Amos Jr. is the owner here, and he's very careful, to try to get clean products in. And sometimes that is one thing that the companies keep changing on us, that it takes a lot of keeping after to make
yeah.
sure that our products are clean. But that's kind of a lot of our products actually come in by customer requests. So like a customer will say, hey, can you get this one for us? And then that's what we do. Look which company it comes from, how clean are the products, does it compare to something we already have? Um, so yeah, it's not a hard and fast, but that is, yeah, it would definitely get screened before it comes in.
I think that's so important to not just be a clearinghouse of the latest gimmick or because there's so much of lying in the health field, looking to make a buck, and knowing that you can get something. I mean, to have somebody that does some basic screening for you really takes a lot of stress off, that the intention here is to be getting clean, properly made products. It does definitely help customers to be able to feel like it's a safe space to look for something for their body, and supplements are all over the map. So I can imagine. I know they're constantly changing their ingredients to cheapen up this or that, and to keep up on it, right on it, is going to be nearly impossible, but a goal for that is really great.
So yeah, that's definitely our goal. And another thing we have found, the smaller companies, family-based companies, yeah, those kind, often once we start with a company, we can soon tell if we actually like them and if they're changing up their products. So that's one thing that we really don't like to be involved in any company that is multi-level or all of those things. It's not, now I'm not saying we don't get any, some of our like Garden of Life and some of those changed hands and we are still carrying some of those products, but that is not the route we like to go.
Yeah. I happen to like Garden of Life. I don't like pills and supplements.
Mhm.
So I look on the side of a bottle. If it reads like a grocery list, I'm much more inclined to like it than if it's all of these words that don't mean anything in my life.
Right.
How
Mhm.
did this get started? How did New Light Health start out, and what's the goal of the company?
Oh, wow. That's a good question. So Amos Jr. started this in 2012. His dad was doing some consulting. He had started making the tinctures at home in started with the tinctures, and he was doing a lot of consulting, and he was like, you know what? We need company to carry our products for us. Like he didn't have time to get all the products, take care of that side of things. So he got his son Amos Jr. started in it, and he has been heavily involved, Amos Sr., but as time goes on, Jr. is taking over more and more of it. And it started quite small compared to what we are today, and it just keeps going. And yeah, basically our goal is to be able to, we just want to help people feel well, to attain the best health possible. And yeah, we do feel like nutrition and lifestyle are hugely important. Like this is just a side thing. This is kind of this will give you might be a fill-in for a short time, but if you really want to get well, you're going to have to look at diet and lifestyle.
Yep. Um, God's supplements are there to support you, but you're supposed to be on the right path. If you're not, it it only helps a little.
Right. And another thing we're focusing on is to try on education to our customers, educate them what a healthy lifestyle looks like, what healthy eating is. You would Some of us have kind of vague ideas of what that is, and a lot of us, Amos Jr., myself, and others that work here, we kind of learned the hard way. It's like we waited until we ran into health issues to actually make dramatic changes. And so now we're just trying to get the word out there that, maybe do some prevention before before you've got all kinds of health issues to deal with.
Yeah. I think I see a lot of folks come through our space here on our farm, and one of the least favorite things that I hear is, "Oh, but I eat really healthy." And usually
Oh,
I think, well, okay, tell me what that means to you, because
mhm.
there's so much information, and it's so much of it comes from the a wrong frame. It's either to sell a diet or to sell a pill or a line of something, and it's not actually founded in how the body works and what's intended. We're intended to be able to get up every day and go about our purpose, and we've we've lost, a lot of us have lost that. I'm actually looking at, you've got a big section in your catalog on MTHFR. It's really exciting to see how much education you are doing along with carrying the product. And I like that about what you all are doing, because it's not, it isn't just here's some supplements, take them and you're on your own. Is there, I see there is a health coach on staff. Is it a possibility that somebody can get health coaching by calling in to New Light?
So at this point, I'm the only one working at it. We would love to have a naturopath here someday, because they do run into some pretty complicated questions that I'm not equipped to deal with. But if it comes to like which supplements, which direction should I move, I do some coaching like that, but it's not a
General.
detailed. Yeah, right, very
Yeah.
general yet.
Yeah. Honestly, a lot of people they just need that basic, where do I get started? Um,
Right.
because we're
And
so lost in.
I actually do a lot of referrals too, because there is quite a few people calling in that absolutely need more help than we can give them. And so I try to have, doctors, naturopath clinic numbers available where I can direct them to, because there's just some that I just know they need more help than what we can offer.
What a valuable service. I think, from speaking for me, when I hit my health crisis, it sounds like a lot of us that get into this, we have to learn the hard way. And once we learn, then we want to share it with other people. But the struggle was trying to find the resources. Um, if you're steeped in, you go to the doctor and you get fixed and you eat this food over here that comes from the grocery store, you have no idea what's even out there that's available to help you get well.
Right.
You need a central point where somebody can say, "Oh, did you know that somebody could fix that for you?"
Right, that's exactly right. And we just kind of want to be there, be that connection point. I feel like that's actually a lot what I do here is just get, connect people to the right places. I do go to a lot of meetings and different things like that, always finding out more places, more people where I can refer to. And I feel like that's an extremely important part of my job here is to even just know where to refer.
It sounds like you're an old-fashioned switchboard operator more than anything. Hold please, I'm going to connect you over here.
Yep, at least give them their options,
Yeah.
and then it's up to them.
So, we talked about young women and we talked about the middle years, but do you have favorite products that help women that are going into menopause and that are already in menopause to live a vibrant, healthy lifestyle?
There is a couple products, and this is actually things I'm learning from my customers, which is still that is an area where I really need to get into. Yet I feel like I don't know too much about menopause. But one thing that I do like is the transitions. It's called Herbs for Menopause. And so it's just a whole combination of herbs that is supposed to be helpful. Yeah, with just a lot of those symptoms that can come along. So I like that about it because it's all just a herbal support. It's supposed to, help with the hot flashes, positive mood, healthy stress response. Yeah, it just helps to calm those, calls it midlife discomfort. Yeah, two a day, more or less according to the need. And then another thing that I recently found out, which I think is so exciting, I always feel like, does menopause have to be a terrible time of life? And it is too often that's where my customers are. And I was doing a little bit of research on it. And actually, one of my customers told me she was on an adrenal product called Adrenaplex support the adrenals, and she wasn't sure if it's doing much at all or not. And so she left it get all. And she was like, a couple days later, she said her anxiety was just through the roof and she was just unable to handle stress. And she was like, she wants some of those pills as fast as she can get them. And I did a little bit of research, and they're like, that is often what is the underlying issue of these
Yeah.
poor women that are so miserable and nothing helps. They need to support the adrenals. And I just thought that was so exciting to know that they don't have to live like this. So this
No.
is an adrenal product that I don't know. This is just a favorite with so many of our customers. It does have it has the adrenal extract freeze dried, 450 mg's of it, plus the L-tyrosine, licorice, rhamania, and pregnenolone, and just a little bit of the DHEA. Um, and it just seems like that for some reason that one just works like so good for most of our customers.
It's the proof is in the pudding. When you have customers, it's a great thing to be able to do when you put out products like that to see what ones are being chosen again and again. What ones are people coming back and saying, I'm having relief, I'm feeling better, I'm sharing this with friends. It means a lot to be able to share that out. Um, are there other products or anything else that you would highlight and share about New Life?
Okay, so I do have a few more for those yeah, those problems that we don't talk about often, endometriosis, cysts, fibroids, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And we've had, yeah, there again, people just live almost in torture sometimes. And this is the Endoven is a product that has, yeah, brought relief to so many people. And it's a very safe product. It's basically an enzyme with a little bit of vitamin D3, vitamin B6, and then a specific nattokinase enzyme in it, and just a slight proprietary blend of herbal to support, yeah, it actually started as a blood pressure supplement, and it actually helps to bring blood pressure down. but women were getting so much relief from, endo and their painful monthly cycles and all that, that it actually is now more popular as a woman's product to help with the endo, the breast cysts, fibroids, all that kind of stuff. Like, it is not a quick fix, but you take it. What it does, it helps the body to clean up. It cleans up the blood, and that in turn dissolves those extra fibrins and endo that is growing in places where it should not be. And so that is one product that I have been very grateful for to offer to our customers.
And what's that one called again?
It's called Endovan.
Endoven.
Yes, it is
Can
there
you
for
hold it up a little bit closer to your face height. There you go. Endoven. That's awesome. I know that there are so many women, again, they're told that their only option is for surgery. And that simply isn't true. There are options out there, but finding them is very difficult. That's amazing to know that that's working for some women.
And so that has, and it often has even helped with fertility. Some women don't even realize they have endo, but it's enough to block the tubes. So there's been different ones that have been very excited what it did for them in their fertility journey, because it opened, got things to the place where they could actually go ahead and get pregnant.
Yeah.
And then the Fibrovira AHS hormonal support is one that I really like too. It actually compares to the Endoven. It does work a little bit more on balancing hormones. The Endoven does that too. But this is one that, I'm thankful to have this one on hand. It has enzymes in it, as well as your vitamin B6, magnesium, and then a hormonal support of herbals and a little bit of a liver cleanse. So I feel like this is ideal for people that
That's
are not sure what is wrong with their hormones, or just to get them balanced, get them back on track. So that's another one that I am happy to offer
that
to customers.
fiber is, you said that's Fibrovera?
It's called Fibrovira AHS.
Okay, excellent.
And then there's just one more, this Favorite Plaque Progesterone Cream. I just don't want to be without that here at the store. I mean, we just can't run out of it. It's like so many people use it, and it's helpful for so many so many hormone issues going on, because a lot of hormones are high estrogen. And so if you use this actually really helps to bring the estrogen down, because the estrogen, progesterone are help to balance each other out. And this has also been helpful for young girls that just get heavy bleeding, monthly cycles that are too close together, all that kind of stuff. It has been very helpful for a lot of those. So that is definitely a product that would be one of my favorites.
That is awesome. I hear often about, I never did progesterone creams or salves, and I know that they're really popular these days, especially wild yam creams. And I get asked about that all the time. I used a tea blend, but again, when you have successes and when you know something is working, it is much different than a slick ad campaign. It's real people's lives that are being
Right.
changed.
And with this one, Dr. Platt is the one that formulated it, and he is fine with helping customers directly. Like, I may give him phone numbers, emails, and he has pretty much spent his life, on this. And the way he explained it to me, which I found extremely interesting, is that the progesterone cream helps to keep your adrenal hormones more steady. So that in turn helps to balance insulin and all your other hormones. He said that is why he says everyone can use this. Because
More than even
and
an
he
internal, or just the fact that it's got progesterone.
I'm sorry, how was that?
So when you're supporting progesterone overall, or specifically because it's a topical progesterone?
Okay, no, well, he's saying because it helps to keep so many hormones in balance that are not even just progesterone, that he would
Yeah.
say anybody could benefit from using it. And he would suggest, which it was a real surprise to me, he said use it, before meals, 3 to 5 minutes before meals, put a pump on your wrist, rub it together, because he says when you eat, that activates a lot of hormones, even like the insulin and different ones.
Yeah.
And so, this is a great product if he said if people wake up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, um, they need to start using this to keep those insulin levels more steady throughout the night. He said what happens during the night, you're sleeping, your brain thinks it's running out of sugar. It tells your body to dump adrenaline. And that in turn, wakes you up and makes it that you can't go back to sleep. And because he said as long as you have that adrenaline in your system, you're not able to sleep. And so he says this is a great thing for for people like that. Oh, he said anyone that is struggling with anxiety, that kind of stuff, should be using it. You actually, I mean, different of the girls here say they sleep so much better when they start using, like it has a very calming effect on the body.
Sounds like
So
it may
I
have some magnesium in it too.
yeah, it sounds like it. But anyway, that is all that I need to say on that one.
That is, it's wonderful to have a resource that knows it it's community building. It's gathering the stories from a lot of customers, keeping track of their successes, understanding how people are using things. Normally you get a catalog like this, and there's a lot of choices, and where do I even begin? And being able to say, I'm having I'm having endometriosis troubles, and to be able to talk to somebody who says, well, a lot of our customers have had success with this, this, and this. Those are something that might be great for trying. That's so valuable. So what a great resource. How would somebody get a catalog or get in touch with uh, understanding what all you have to offer?
Okay, so it is as simple as calling the number, giving us your address, and saying you want a catalog. That is, yeah, that is the simplest way of doing it. Is just call in, say you want a catalog, give us the address. Your friends can send in your address, and we'll just simply send a catalog to whatever address you send in to request the catalog. Um, and we do, go to a lot of shows, hand out catalogs all the time, everywhere. um, but yeah, at this point, you can email, you can fax, you can call, and we actually have a fair amount of customers that send in by mail yet.
So I see you have free shipping on orders over $49, and it looks like it comes to you pretty quickly. So if you do decide that you're wanting to make a change, it's not something that you're going to have to wait for weeks and weeks to do it. And is there a website that they can go to?
Unfortunately, at this point, we don't have any yet.
Okay.
We have been so busy just keeping up with the way it is that I we're not quite ready for that one yet.
A great problem to have. So
It
um,
is.
the number then is 717-692-3500, which is what I have on here. And you all are in Pennsylvania. Yes?
Yes. And we're
Awesome.
open 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. Yeah, just call anytime, and we'll be happy to help where and how we can. And yes, our orders do get out as long as they're placed before 3 o'clock. We get them out that day yet. I mean, they're packed that day.
Better
So
than
yes,
Amazon.
we're striving hard to get everybody's packages to them by the third day.
Okay. Well, Rosalie, thank you so much for spending some time with me and talking with us about New Light Health. I'm excited to have it as a resource to be able to recommend. So I appreciate you all being part of the summit, and have a great day.
You're welcome, and thank you.